Welcome to Real Talk, with discussions on the latest news in the ever-changing real estate market. Here are your hosts, Joe and Keara.
Hello everybody and welcome to Real Talk. This is episode 4 already, going crazy on YouTube, all over the internet.
Bravo keeps calling us.
Bravo called you?
Yeah,
HBO called me.
I had to tell them to contact my agent, so.
You have an agent?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so Bravo's talking to them.
Well, we just got back. Last week we did a whole segment on Farmingdale. We had a great time in Farmingdale.
Yes, good times.
We went to a bunch of different places.
A lot of places. Definitely check out our video,
Yes.
See where we went. But yes, Farmingdale was a good time. It was really good weather, so
It was
perfect day
great.
for it.
We went to that meatball place.
Yes.
And we both decided that the meatball that's there, go-to meatball,
Like the traditional.
is a 4 to a 5.
Not great.
Not a great meatball.
No. I like
But-
the buffalo.
We both liked the buffalo. We gave the buffalo an 8 out of 10.
Yes.
And then we went to the Speakeasy,
Yes.
and that was good.
And then we went to Croxley's also, which you can't go wrong.
No, good drinks, good crowd.
Good, always a good crowd, and it's like a very open concept there. So they have the big garage doors open, especially on a sunny day. It's a good spot to go. But
Yep.
go check out that video to see our full day there.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We're going to be hitting, like we said, all different towns. We're going to go over that one later with you guys, where we're going. And right now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a sports recap.
Yes,
Because
give us the
that's-
recap after all of your talking of the Rangers.
Okay, so the Rangers got lucky, and they wound up winning Game 7. They advanced in the playoffs. They're now playing Carolina. But everybody just slow down for a second. They beat Pittsburgh with a third-string goalie for 6 out of 7 games.
But tell
and then-
everyone who scored the goal.
And then who?
Tell everyone who scored the goal for the Rangers.
I don't care who scored the goal for the Rangers. Who scored the goal?
You should know.
I don't remember. There was a bunch of goals scored.
Whatever.
But Game 6, Crosby got hurt. He came back Game 7. So they wound up beating Pittsburgh. They got lucky, relaxed. They played a third-string goalie, so they moved on. Now they're playing Carolina. Here are my predictions. You could take this to the bank, take it to Vegas. I am never wrong. Are you ready? Here we go. I am taking Carolina in 5 over the Rangers. I am taking Florida in 6 over Tampa. I know Tampa won Game 1. It doesn't mean anything to me. Tampa is not beating Florida. I'm going with the Flames in 7 over Edmonton. Listen to me. The Flames over Edmonton. And then I'm going to go with Colorado in 4 over St. Louis. That's a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. St. Louis has Nick Leddy. He sucks. I hated him when he was with the Islanders. He's going to destroy him. They're never going to win a cup, and they're not going to get past Colorado. But tonight, Carolina over the Rangers. I'm never really wrong on hockey. Maybe
I
once or
don't know
twice.
because you were wrong about them losing.
I was wrong on that. I was a little wrong on that, but it's fine. The Islanders, on a side note, fired Barry Trotz. All Islander fans are going crazy. Me, I'm
You're
fine
going
with
crazy?
it. Nope,
You're
I
not
am-
going crazy?
I'm fine with it. I didn't like for 2
Why?
years.
What? It brings you peace or something?
No. So I didn't really like the way Barry Trotz handled certain things on the Islanders for years. I didn't like the lines that he put out there. I didn't like that Komarov was on the first line for a whole year with Barzell. Did not belong there. I don't like the way he treats the young guys, like Wallstrom. There's something up with Barry Trotz. They fired him in Washington the day after he won the Stanley Cup. He comes to the Islanders. Something's up. They fired him after 3 years.
So there's something fishy going on
There's
here.
something very fishy going on with him.
Okay.
So I am kind of happy he's gone. Lane Lambert, the assistant coach, took over. I think it's a great move for the Islanders.
New fresh start.
Fresh start. He knows the players. He knows the system.
Right.
I'm happy with that.
Okay.
So, Ranger fans, enjoy your little first-round victory. You ain't getting anywhere. It doesn't really matter. Sorry, Rich Amato. I know you're a big Ranger fan, but see you later. You guys are out soon.
All right. Let's transition.
Baseball.
Baseball.
So, the Yankees are 27-9 as of today. The Mets are sitting at 24-14. The Mets are the best team in New York. I know the Yankees think they are. But there's a few things I wanted to tell you, and I want to surprise you a little bit. You have no idea about this, but we have a very special guest coming in, and he's a Cy Young pitcher for the New York Mets.
News to me.
I know. He's going to be a staple on this set every single
Is
week.
he about to walk in?
He is. Everybody take a look over there. Ladies and gentlemen, Cy Young pitcher Jacob deGrom is here to join us.
Oh my
Everybody. I mean, this is big, big news. He came to the set.
Wow.
How you doing, Keara?
Thanks for coming.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad to be here today.
Oh my
This
God.
is honestly a thrill to have you, Jacob. Oops, sorry. Listen, I know that once you get back, this team is going to wind up winning the whole thing. We're going to win the World Series. Listen, with you and Scherzer, we have a 1-2 that's incredible. Nobody's going to top that in baseball, am I right? You're 100% right, Joey. I see.
Get him
That's
on
whole
get him on
thing.
the desk.
Well, he's going to be on the desk in a minute. We have a few things to go over with Jacob first. So, Jacob, let me ask you a question. Who's the best team in New York? Well, Joe, it's the New York Mets. We knew that, right? Don't we know that, Keara? Yes. So, if you had a pitch against Aaron Judge, what would you do against Aaron Judge? Oh, I'd throw him high and tight. You would throw him high and tight. I know, that's what I would do. Strike out Aaron Judge all day long, just throw high and tight. The guy sucks, he strikes out all the time. That's why we're going to win the World Series and the Yankees aren't. But Jacob, honestly, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. You're going to be here every week with us. Yes, I am, Joey. Hi, Keara. How you doing? You look great today.
I'm kind of like nervous about this little guy.
Don't be.
Is he going to interrupt our flow?
No, he's right here. He's going to be doing
All right, get him on the desk.
All right,
We got to move
ladies
on.
and gentlemen, Jacob deGrom. Unbelievable.
I'm very happy he's here.
Oh, we'll put him
He's
right
the
here.
new star.
Yes,
Okay.
well, we'll put
keep
him
him
right-
on the sports side.
Yeah, we'll keep him right next to my Islander
Okay.
hat and this. Jacob, thanks for joining us.
All right, let's transition now into a quick market update. So, quick fun fact, but also an update for everyone. These are based on March stats, not April, just as a side note. But 43% of all home buyers right now are millennials. Only
Really?
19% of buyers right now are investors. So this is based on a report, again, that came out based on March data. But I thought it was interesting because that's a big portion of the market that is still hunting for houses, still on the move. They don't want to be in apartments anymore. They're starting families. So if you are a realtor, if you're a lender, clearly your target audience right now should be focusing on that millennial pool and getting them into a home.
What's the percentage of millennials?
43% of all home buyers right now are millennials.
Really?
So they're making up almost half of all home buyers right now, and only 19% are investors.
Very interesting statistic right there.
I think it's going to change a little bit as we get more data coming out, but that's, again, as of March, which I thought it was interesting. So
It is. That's a great stat. As far as we usually go over the Nassau and Suffolk County areas, we're going to start covering Queens as well a little bit. As far as Nassau County goes, right now the average price on a home in Nassau is
$650,
compared to what last year?
$595.
$595, and it's been $650. It's been going up about $5,000 a month since last August in Nassau and Suffolk County. So it's not really going any lower, the housing market, and in Suffolk County this year, now.
So right now, $520. Prior year, $465. So it's an 11% change.
That's
so
right.
again, we're seeing, and normal appreciation across the country is always typically like 4 to 5%. So to be seeing these numbers in the double digits, it's really outstanding. So
As far as Queens go, Queens we're going to start covering, like I said, we're going to focus on a different area in Queens. But right now in Queens, we're looking at, for how much is the price?
$675 currently, $630 last year. So not as drastic as Nassau and Suffolk.
No, but it still goes up every single month,
still
as you
going
see.
up.
Since last August, pretty much, those prices have continued to go up. What's the rates that we're at right now?
Still mid-fives for conventional 30-year fixed. Jumbo is a little bit better pricing, a little smidge lower than your typical conventional, but we're still in the fives, yes.
Okay, so that's where we're sitting with pricing on houses. There's very little low inventory. It does move quickly off the market. If you're looking to buy something and you have a realtor, call him up and say you want to see it today. Do not wait for the weekend.
Right.
Call your realtor, say you want to see the house immediately. Because everybody goes out on Fridays and Saturdays. You want to beat everybody to the punch.
Yeah.
You want to get that house, you want to place an offer and show people, the sellers, that you're serious.
Yeah.
If they see you're serious, you're coming in on a Monday and a Tuesday, and you're placing an offer on a Tuesday night, a Wednesday before the weekend hits.
And the open house.
And the open
flooding
houses.
with everyone.
You want to beat everybody to the punch. You have to be very quick in this market.
Agreed.
So if you have a realtor who is not answering your calls and they're not replying to your text messages, and you send them a house or you see a house and they don't call you back, get rid of that realtor. Get a brand new real estate agent. I can give you myself. I can give you everybody on my team to call, but you have to take that initiative. Don't sit back because your dream house is just going to go away in a blink.
The average days on market, I think, is sitting around 20 days or less is like the new stat. So point being, get out there, place your offers, be serious, I would expect to waive at least your appraisal, be willing to waive different things in your offer so that you get an offer accepted.
Yeah.
But that's the market update. And like Joe touched on, we are starting to cover Queens. So with that being said, we want to highlight a part of Queens this show. This week we are touching on Bayside.
Yes.
I think it's a great place to start in Queens. Again, a great area because of the fact that you have tons of restaurants, bars. You're super close to Manhattan, so you could do the commute very easily, while also if you had to go out to Long Island, either Nassau or Suffolk, you're kind of in that middle ground of you can be in the city really quick, or you can go out on the island, enjoy the beaches as well.
Yeah, right now in Bayside, there's 81, as of today, there's 81 homes for sale in Bayside, and they range from 800,000 up to 2.9 million. So 81 sounds like a lot of houses, but I want you to keep this in mind. Not everybody has a $2 million budget. Not everybody has a $1.5 million budget. Right. So let's say you're looking at around $800,000. That now 81 homes is going to get squished down to maybe 10, 15 homes tops. So again, urgency. 81 homes, don't look at it that way. Look at it as what's in your price bracket,
right,
what you can afford. And those are the houses that you have to target, and you have to target them quick. Right now, the average price of a home in Bayside is?
Current year is $565. Right. Last year was $609.
Yeah. So Bayside is actually, but as you see, that's this month. And then as you go back, it's been going up. So if I was you, like I said, take a look into Bayside. It's a beautiful town. We're going to highlight certain areas when we go out on the street on it again. Right. Restaurants, bars, everything around
Bell
there.
Boulevard is their main strip. Francis Lewis is also over there.
Franny Lou.
Yep. A lot of good, diverse mix of restaurants, all different types of food you can definitely get there. And I just like to emphasize again, you're so close to the city, so I would never count out Queens, especially if you're looking. There's a lot of private schools near Bayside as well. So if you don't want to send your kids to public school, there are really good private schools near Bayside.
In Bayside. And it's close, like you said, to everything.
Exactly.
You're not far away from the city. You're right near the water. You're right near everything.
Right.
So you could jump in the city and be there in 10 minutes, really.
Right. And Bayside, there is also a lot of condos and co-op options.
Yes.
So if you aren't ready for a house and all the maintenance that comes with the house, and you want something more of like a middle ground, but you still want to buy and build equity, you can still, Bayside's a good area. There's a lot of condos and
There are, and it's literally half the price of a house.
Right.
So you're looking at a 1 and 2 bedroom around $400,000 over there that you can get in. You can own something in Bayside, have a nice place to live, and like we've been going over. Hey everybody, welcome back to Part 2 of Real Talk. We had an interesting guest. I do meetings with my team every week, and Keara decided to pop in on one of my meetings.
I did get to pop in.
Yes.
I gave a quick little presentation, some educational material from the lending side for Joe's team, but I did end up staying for the whole meeting, and to my surprise, I was able to see Joe's training style and how his team operates. It was actually very interesting, and I was really impressed.
Thank you very much.
I was not expecting to stay for the whole meeting, so I will start with that. But I'm happy I did. So the way, and I'll let Joe take over, but the way that his team has their meetings is very much popcorn style. So everyone's involved. No one gets away with not being involved.
No.
Everyone has to speak. Everyone has to play their part, and they do different role playing of different scenarios for the different cold calling that they do. And everyone kind of does a review of each other. So it's very straight to the point, and you're being put on the spot, which I think is very unique compared to how other realtors are trained. So why don't you give a little bit of your input?
So, as I've said before, I was a financial advisor for years, and I used to run brokerage firms, and I'm the guy who gave the morning meeting. So on the team, we have 5, 6 people right now. Also, Damon Lazar came from the finance industry, so he knows how the meetings go. if you ever saw movies like Wolf of Wall Street, Boiler Room, all those movies.
Everyone's sitting around a table.
Yeah, I mean, pretty
seats.
much when you see like Jordan Belfort give the morning meeting, all that stuff is basically what I did as well.
Right.
So it was a lot different back in the day because I was dealing with a bunch of kids in their 20s, usually in their 30s.
Right.
And
Very green. Right out of college.
And I created, my goal was to make them absolute animals and killers on the phone.
Right.
So I have a background, obviously, in sales. So how I run a sales meeting or
Your team.
my team meetings is a little bit like that, but I have to tone it back a little bit because I'm not dealing with, it's a different style, it's a different pitch.
Right.
When you're selling stocks, especially back in the day, it was more of an aggressive approach.
Right.
When you're working as a real estate agent, this is more, you're actually providing a service that the person wants.
Right. And you have to be like a little bit warm and fuzzy to
Yes.
the client to make sure that they feel comfortable with you.
Right. So the thing about, and I've told this story and I've told you and I tell everybody from my meeting, when I watch the YouTube videos of different people, how they pitch, and they come on YouTube and they have millions of followers and they show people, this is the pitch, and they'll show an example of them calling an expired lead. And me and Damon laugh at this all the time because you can sit and call somebody, and I said it on the podcast, you can sit and call someone from in Tennessee and Ohio. They're going to answer the phone. They want to speak to you. This is New York. This is a totally different ballgame.
Right.
When somebody calls me up, I don't like you. I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
I'm too busy. I got things to do.
Time is money in New York.
So the way I teach a pitch, and if it's expired, it's just FSBO, whatever it may be, is I teach the very basic straight line pitch, which is the open, the middle, and then the close.
Right.
So I have to teach everyone the rebuttals, what to say when the person's going to be on the phone, if they're in a hurry. Voice tone is very important.
Right. But adding their personal flair as well.
Right. I give them a script, and the script is a guideline. You're not supposed to stick to that script to a T.
It'll be
supposed
robotic.
to right. You're supposed to keep calling people and realize when you're calling somebody, oh, I said that sounded really good, and you write that down, and you change up your script to fit you.
Right. And you make everyone say their pitch in front of the whole team.
Right. The way I do it is, listen, if you could pitch me and I get in your face, you saw it, other people, if you could pitch me, then when you get on a phone with somebody, it's going to be an absolute rollover for you.
Yeah. Cakewalk.
Yeah, because I make it, as you saw, very difficult.
Right.
And I give you all the answers. I'll tell you how to do it. I'll tell you how to say it. But any type of real estate pitch that you're using, you have to keep doing it over and over and over again.
Right.
When I trained other people, like I said, it was a totally different pitch.
Right.
This way, it's more along the lines of a nice intro, a compliment, get to the point.
Try to make a personal connection with them.
You make that personal
at some
connection.
point in the conversation.
Right, and then you do the closing part of it,
Right.
which is, if it's an expired, I like to come see your house, blah, 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 blah.
Leaving them with a call to action of either, hey, I'm going to text or email you this, please respond, or I'm going to set up a meeting with you, what day are you available?
Right.
And I think it's applicable not only to real estate, but really any industry. When you're calling someone and you're asking for something, or you want to provide them with a service, you need to be to the point, especially, like you said before, in New York. Time is money. People are always in a rush. People are always going to the next meeting. They're going to, somewhere with their kids or whatever it may be. Like when you call someone, it needs to be to the point. This is why I'm calling you. This is what I need to take away from this conversation, and that's it. If you're calling someone and you're dragging along, hi, how are you, and you're not getting to the point, you're going to lose them, especially in this market.
100%. And everyone has to realize, if you're a real estate agent and you're watching this, I could really do this. I could do 100 segments on this. But if you have somebody on the phone, you know how difficult it is just to get somebody on the phone. So when you're calling people and you're making this many calls to have this many connects, to speak to this many people who are going to have a conversation with you, you do not lose that person.
Right.
For me, the way I do it is a little different. If you want to get off the phone with me, you have to hang up the phone on me, because I am not getting off the phone with you until either you book an appointment or you hang up the phone on me.
Right.
I don't fall for the garbage of I'm going to call you back.
No.
I need to do this. I need to do that. I could care less if you're a doctor.
Make the appointment on
Now,
the phone.
I don't care if you're a doctor and you're in surgery. I'm the most important person that you need to speak to right now.
Right.
And that's how it has to come across on the phone.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to sound like every other real estate agent.
Right.
And you're going to get off the phone and actually fall for, yeah, I'm going to call you back at 5.
Yep. And they'll forget about you.
Of course they're going to forget about you.
And what I do also from the lending side is if you need to get something from them, so in your case, you're making the appointment, so you are making the appointment to go see them or speak to them again. For us on the lending side, a lot of times is we're waiting for documents to come over to us. So I always say, I'm sending you an email right now while I'm on the phone with you. Check your inbox. Did you receive it? Did you see my email? You got it. Okay. Now let's proceed forward. Send me those documents. The quicker you send them, the faster we can move. So I'm forcing them in that moment to address what I'm asking them to do.
I got to be honest with you. I was very impressed with you at my meeting.
Joe put me on the spot and made me do a script.
I did. I put
well,
her
actually,
on the
I didn't
spot.
script.
No, not a
I
script.
didn't script.
She
I
didn't have the
it.
script in front of her. She watched the whole meeting that I gave, and then I said, now, Keara, you're going to pitch me. And she did it right off the cuff, went through the entire thing. It was very impressive, honestly. And I've been doing this for a very, very long time.
Thank you.
It was amazing, and that's why you're as successful as you are doing mortgages.
Thank you.
So it was a good meeting. You have an idea now what I do on my side with my team.
Right.
And I think the way I'm training everyone.
You're setting them up for success.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah. And I think the important thing is, the last thing I want to add in is, people can provide you with hundreds of scripts and thousands of tips and little advice, but I think what it comes down to is you can read over scripts all day long, but if you don't sound natural and the conversation isn't organic and you don't add those personal little touches, no one is going to want to talk to you. Because if you're sitting there and you're reading off of, hi, what's your name? Hi, where do you live? It sounds like like you're basically interrogating someone.
That's right.
Like, that's not what's going to hook someone. So I think the main other takeaway is adding that little personal flair. It really goes a long way when you just make that small connection.
Yeah.
They really want to work with you because of that small little common ground that you found.
All you need to do is, if you're a real estate agent and you're watching this and you needed some advice, just put yourself on the flip side of it, as if you're the person needing to find a house. What do you want to hear on the other side of the phone? Do you want to hear somebody that's confident? Do you want to hear somebody that's asking you the right questions, that's not reading off of a script, but is also going along with you and making that connection, like you said? That is the most important thing in any sales, but especially in real estate, because it's a very stressful thing that I went over, a couple of times. Buying a house, looking for a rental is very stressful. You want that person. So for example, if you walk into a doctor's office and you walk in and the guy's got paneling on the wall and an air conditioner that's making noise, you immediately get the impression, this is not the doctor I want to be dealing with for my heart surgery.
Right.
So it's the same exact thing. Make that connection with the person, sound professional, and get to the point. And that's how I really like to train people. And I think hopefully it's been working out pretty well.
And the follow-up is important too. So you make the good connection, you hook them, you have an appointment, always follow up no matter what. You never know someone's situation, and really just you checking in with them where it will take you. But that's the gist of your team and the way you structure your training. So if you are a realtor and you want to make a change, maybe you don't feel like you're getting the training you deserve, or you want more of an aggressive hands-on approach, go talk to Joe. His information is always below. Thank you everyone for joining us. We will see you all again soon. Please like and subscribe and leave comments. It will definitely go a long way. Have a good one.
Bye guys.
Bye.
You've been watching Real Talk, the latest news in real estate with Joe and Keara. If you'd like to submit a topic for discussion or have any other questions, leave a comment below. We'll talk to you next time.